Welcome back to Midco Sports Tonight. I'm Alex Heinert, joined as always on Mondays by the head coach of UND hockey, Brad Barry. And coach, back to action in regular season action for the second half of the season. We got a taste this weekend against Omaha of how tough the NCHC is in any given night, but how good your team can play.
Yeah, you know what, obviously the NCHC toughest league in college hockey, and you saw it firsthand this weekend. And, you know, if you're not your best, that's the result you get on Friday. We weren't our best on Friday, and a lot better effort on Saturday.
Yeah, on Friday night's game, you alluded to the fact that it was just a bit of a slow start, and it was 1-1 going into the break after the first period after Shane Gersish's penalty shot goal. Yeah. But you know your team had more in the tank, and they just weren't showing it early.
Yeah, you know what, I think collectively as a group, everyone didn't have their best game, and you know sometimes you can get by games, winning games, with maybe one or two or three guys not having their best game. But I think collectively, I think everybody would agree that for the majority of our group, everyone didn't bring their A game, and that's what happened. And there was a few things that led into that as far as team structure, and we got away from. And again, it was a lot better on Saturday night.
Yeah, and it was better in the second period as well. I mean, your team came out with a push. You outshot Omaha 20-7, but they get a couple of power play goals, and that ends up being the difference in the contest.
Yeah, it was. Specialty teams are a big deal, especially this time of year. How goals are so tough to score on 5-on-5, and we didn't get a lot done on the power play. We didn't get a lot of opportunities on the power play, as far as power plays. But, penalty kill, we gave up a couple, and that's usually our strong area, and gave up a couple, and we were short end of the specialty teams game.
Yeah, a tough loss to start the second half, a 4-1 defeat on Friday. What was the message to the guys in the locker room after the fact?
Well, we can't have that execution or level of play collectively as a group, and we needed to be better in a few different areas. And you know what? We had a tough day on Saturday. We came in here, we had a video meeting, direct to the point, man to man, and our guys, they had a lot of pride in that locker room. Our leadership group took over and took charge and grabbed the group, and everybody followed from there. So again, that's what we do here. Losses don't settle well, and we don't let it go that way. We get the ship going in the right direction.
Yeah, it didn't take long. Less than 24 hours later, a complete reversal of fortune. And you mentioned the leadership group stepping up. Coaching staff made a couple of changes as well. Some offensive changes, a couple of changes in the D pairing, and a switching goal. Talk me through those changes and how that affected the game on Saturday.
Firstly, everybody's maybe wondering why Cam didn't play again. But on Friday night, Cam didn't lose us a game. He didn't win us a game, but he didn't lose us a game. And it was one of those things where I think there was Peter needs to get an opportunity to get in there. And the rest of the lineup group too. We took a couple younger guys out of the lineup and put a couple of guys that have been here a little while, and Zakion and Dixon Bowen in, and then we changed our deep pairings a little bit on the back end. So we made a few adjustments, and I think it gave us a little bit of a boost to our spark.
Yeah, to say the least. You scored 7 goals and shut out the Mavericks, and it was a complete performance. I think you look at the goals and say, boy, they were flying in. But you didn't allow much at all at the other end of the ice. A great team game for this group.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, the first period we had a couple opportunities or looks, but we got stronger as the game went on. And the biggest thing is guys are selling out their bodies to block shots. Everybody was defending well, and I think that's the lowest shot total Omaha has all year, and they're an offensive team.
Yeah, second highest scoring team in the league, and you shut them down completely. Yeah. And you mentioned the block shots. It felt like right off the start at the game, the top line comes out and is aggressive and makes some things happen on both ends of the ice, and that just trickled down through the rest of the group. You had 8 guys score multiple points.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one particular group of guys. This was a complete effort for 60 minutes. The group that you want to see perform well, everybody comes up big.
Yeah, and you just mentioned it there, Alex, about Gardner, Pagansky, Gersich. They come out the first shift, and we play in their end, and we hit the side of the net. Almost had a goal on the first shift there, and they set the tone for the rest of the game, and that's a big deal of having that start. The other thing we talked about is scoring the first goal. Usually when you score the first goal, you have a pretty good chance to win the game, or you try to get that game going in the right direction. That's what happened on Saturday.
So you earned the split against the Mavericks, now in a tie for first place with St. Cloud in the NCHC standings. And then you go into non-conference again, final non-conference test of the season, a home-and-home series with Bemidji. It's a little unique when you get to travel on Friday and then be back home on Saturday. What, if anything, changes because of that travel schedule this week?
Well, not too much. We'll go through our week here, through practices. We'll get over there on Thursday and then get ready for the Friday game and then come back here again. We've done that in years past and had some success at it, but we're playing against a Bemidji team that's they're hot right now, and we got to make sure that we bring our game that we had on Saturday night to both affairs on this weekend.
Yeah, Bemidji State picking up a road sweep over Lake Superior State this weekend. They've gone 9 straight without a loss. Just what's the scout on the Beaver team this year?
Well, they're experienced again. Like, I mean, it seems like every team we face is they've got a majority of their group are upperclassmen. They do. You know, they're led by Michael Bitzer, and that he's a senior. He's had a great success there with really good numbers. It starts with him in goal. So again, like, we're going to have to make it difficult on those guys as far as getting shots and getting traffic at the net.
Yeah, a couple of big games in non-conference, Friday and Saturday, both at 7 o'clock. Of course, Saturday we'll be back here at the Ralph Live on Midco Sports Network. Brad, best of luck this weekend against the Beavers. We'll talk to you about it next week.
Thanks, Alex.
Brad Berry. Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. Coming up after the break, it's athlete tweets, but this post actually comes from Facebook and has some valuable information from a former Sioux Falls, Washington, and USD grad. Stick around.
Midco Sports Tonight, presented by Avera Orthopedics.